So what's going on, guys? My name is Fantastical, and today I'm bringing you guys some background info on Nero the Magician, the Shadow Man, the Cthulhu Beast, and generally where Treyarch got a ton of their inspiration to create Shadows of Evil. Now, before we do get into this, I just want to give credit where credit is due, and that goes out to Pinaz and Mixmasternut on the Zombies forum for finding Nero's true identity. So with all of that said, let's dive straight into it. So first things first, let's take a close look at this screenshot from long ago. Pay close attention to the things in the room, which are reasonably helpful as clues, but the real clue is the poster right over here. Let's boost the contrast and get a close-up right over here. So right here you can see that it does in fact read Nero Blackstone. So we've got the name Nero Blackstone as the magician. We do a Google search for the last name Blackstone, and a guy named Harry Blackstone comes up. Essentially, this guy was a famed stage magician and an illusionist of the 20th century that went by the name the Great Blackstone. Some of his performances included sawing a woman in half, and I'll show you some footage of that act right over here. And now that you've seen his sawing a woman in half act, let's take note that it involved an electric circular saw, maybe 3 to 4 feet in diameter, mounted on a swing down arm. So back to the original screenshot, what do we see on the right side? Oh yeah, that's right, a circular saw. But wait, that could just be a coincidence, right? Okay, well, there's another act Harry Blackstone had called The Vanishing Bird, where he made a bird disappear from a cage as children would place their hands over the cage. You can see it right over here. And what do we find in the screenshot? Oh yes, that's right. 3 bird cages, not 1, 3 bird cages. Oh, but Fantastical, you're really overanalyzing this. Everyone has bird cages in their house. Okay, you weirdo, that's not true, but I will investigate even further for your bird obsession. Another one of Harry's illusions was levitation, and here's a clip of him levitating this light bulb, and then over here, we see Harry with these imps and the devil wrapped around him while he makes this woman levitate with some kind of ritual and magic seeming to come from that little platform. Well, does that seem familiar to anyone? Anybody? Does levitating at all seem familiar to anything we've seen from Nero? Ah yes, the trailer. As you can tell, he is making someone levitate right over here. Now, everyone flips shit over the Faust narrative relating back to Shadows of Evil because of the little whispering devils, but here in each of these posters over here, you guys can see all of these magicians, all these different magicians have had the whispering imps on their shoulders. Oh, but look! There's even a Blackstone comic. Right over here, we see Harry Blackstone, aka Treyarch's inspiration for Nero. We also see Jessica's inspiration, which is this woman here, the Cthulhu monster's inspiration, and even the detective. He has the exact same gun as our detective in Shadows of Evil. He's using the cult. So let's investigate the author's background. The comic series The Blackstone Magician Detective was created by Walter B. Gibson. Walter B. Gibson was an American author and a professional magician best known for his work on the pulp fiction character The Shadow. So check out these comics right over here and tell me Treyarch didn't get inspiration from Walter. This is clearly where they got the Shadow Man, from the name to the hat, to the train, to even Morgue City as a whole, and the time period. Look at this comic right over here. That is exactly Morgue City. Also, Cthulhu, once again, has got the femme fatale, and the Shadow Man, or the Shadow, proves to the mighty master of Nomad that crime does not pay, and one of his famous quotes is, "Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men," which I presume is where Treyarch built their storyline and where they got some of their lines. Like, there's a guy overcasting, there's an omniscient narrator in Shadows of Evil that knows all. He knows all of their misfortunes or misdeeds and what they've done. So this is so linear. This is perfect. This is literally a perfect parallel to where Treyarch has got their inspiration. Obviously, they've built upon it and they've made a lot of changes, but the basis for Shadows of Evil, I can almost now confirm, is related to these comics and the magician Harry Blackstone. Hopefully this was mind-blowing for you guys to think about. If that's the case, then I've done my job. If you guys want to see some more Black Ops 3 Zombies videos, let's see what all of your performing acts can do on that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and as always, stay
fantastic.